Hey guys, deathcowz here. Thanks for watching my first video. Well, not necessarily first, but this is definitely going to be a regular posting process for me. So I'll be posting a lot of helpful tutorials and how-tos and guides. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for my future videos. So this video will be about Feral one-shot macro that I will be creating here. So let's get started. So I got the macro window up right now. We'll be creating this from the get-go. I'm going to hit new. We'll do one shot. That's what we're going to name it. And you don't, what I like to do, I don't choose an icon. I let it choose it for me based off the first ability used. But you can choose a custom icon if you like. In this case, I like this one, Heart of the Wild. That's going to be the first ability that we use in this macro. So, without choosing an icon, just hit OK. And these are the abilities we'll be using. There's going to be this one button is going to be 6 different things, and I've tested it. They all work. So we're going to start off with /cast Heart of the Wild. Yeah, what can I say about this ability? I mean, it is the best ability a druid has. Not depending on spec, I mean all specs. It's really the best. It's most effective with Feral, and probably even more effective with tanking. It's lesser effective with healing and balance. If you're healing or balance, you probably want to go with the other ability, which is this one, Nature's Vigil, or Dream Scenarios, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, I can't emphasize this enough. Heart of the Wild, if you're looking for burst damage, you got to go with that, because it turns you into an unstoppable killing machine for 45 seconds. It is a 6-minute cooldown versus the 1.5 minute cooldown of Nature's Vigil, but it's totally worth it. Go with Heart of the Wild. Enough said. Next ability will be Berserk. /cast Berserk. And this basically turns you into a kitty on steroids. Next one, Tiger's Fury. This is definitely DPS oriented. Increases physical damage done by 15% for 8 seconds. And instantly restores 60 energy. So now, the fact that it restores 60 energy means that timing is important here. You don't just want to open on your target with your one-shot macro, because you won't get the benefit of that extra 60 energy. So you want to open first. From stealth, you do rake, shred, build up combo points, get 5 combo points. Then pop your one-shot macro and go crazy. So, and any druid, Feral Druid, worth their salt, would have this ability bound to a hotkey, which I do, which is R, and use a mod like Weak Auras or Tell Me When to let you know when that ability is up. So whenever it's available, you can recast it. But in this case, I'm just adding it in here. It's just free. It's instant. It's going to work. It's a good thing to have in there in case it's not already up already. Next thing you're going to be used is potion, if you do use potions. In this case, I use Virmen's Bite. So, /use Virmen's Bite. Why Virmen's Bite, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. I'm a cheapskate, and These typically go for a gold or less each on my server. And the mats are also very inexpensive if you're an herbalist. So it's really good to go with Vermin's Bite. You'll go broke slower using this than if you were to use the Draenic Agility potion. Obviously, Draenic Agility potion being the better choice, but it's also 5 to 6 times more expensive. So, yeah, if you're rich in gold, go with Draenic Agility potion. Now, whatever floats your boat. Moving on here is going to be the trinket. If you have a trinket to use, meaning use, you gotta have an on-use trinket. /use. Now, you can use a shortcut here. You can do 13 or 14, or you can put in the name of the trinket, but the trick is 13 or 14, matching the slot that it's in, which in this case is 13. The bottom trinket would be 14. Now, I'm using this trinket as an example. It's just a crap trinket that I got from BBG. It's not even DPS oriented. I'm just using it as an example for the video. If you have a /use trinket, then this is how you use it. 13. Enough said there. Moving on, the 6th ability and last ability that I will be having in this macro will be the Incarnation King of the Jungle. That's going to be /cast Incarnation King of the Jungle. That's a mouthful, ain't it? But yeah, it's a great ability. It allows you, it's basically the equivalent of Vanish for druids. Allows you to prowl or stealth, if you will, and open up with another rake, and also allows your current shred and rake to function as if stealth were active. So it boosts the damage of your shred and rake while you're in combat, and lasts for 30 seconds. So that is level 60 talent, and the better choice if you're a feral DPS than Force of Nature or Soul of the Forest. That's the macro right there, folks. I'm going to save that, and you can choose to activate it however you want. In this case, I will be a clicker today. If you have a programmable mouse like a Logitech or Razer Naga, then you can bind it to a button. But in this case, I am going to be clicking it. Now, I'm not going to be doing any number crunching, number testing. I don't have all my gear yet, so we'll figure all that later on. But, you know, how much output this really does. You guys out there that have completed your gear can do some testing as well, and let me know how this works out. All I'm concerned about is if all these abilities will activate in one button press. That's all I'm concerned about. So let's give it a shot. I'm going to click it, and voila. As you can see, everything is on cooldown. Take a look here. All that stuff. So, yeah. Test this macro out. Let me know how well it works for you, and I will be doing a follow-up at a later date to see how much it actually does once I get my better gear. Also, before we leave, let me show you what glyphs I have. This is the only DPS glyph I'm using right now, which is Savagery. It's actually a DPS nerf. It nerfs your Savage Roar by 10%, but it's active all the time, meaning you don't have to burn combo points on it. It's one less button to use, I hate having to remember to put Savage Roar up all the time. So, yeah, I mean, it's my favorite glyph. It's up all the time. I'm just one of those kind of guys. Simpler, better, you know, don't want to have a button dedicated to it. And to me, in my mind, it's actually a DPS buff, because you can use all your combo points on other things like Ferocious Bite and Rip more often. And now I've got Glyph of Ferocious Bite. The wording is kind of vague, but as I understand it, it heals you for 7.5% of your maximum health for every 5 combo points used. And then we got Glyph of the Ninth Life. Reduces all damage taken while in cat form by 10%. And that's another one of those all-the-time things. It's just flat out 10% across the board when in cat form. There's also another one, Glyph of cat form, which will increase healing while in cat form by 20%. That would be a better option if you always have a healer with you, because I don't think that extra 20% on our self heals will be that effective as this one. You guys could do some testing on that and get back with me to let me know what you've found out as to whether or not Glyph of the Ninth Life or Glyph of the cat form is better. But yeah, that's pretty much it. To summarize, these are defensive and that's offensive. So that pretty much concludes my video. Just as a FYI, for entertainment, after this video I'm posting a blooper of the last video that I attempted to do, and so be sure to watch that for entertainment value. But yeah, but thanks for watching, and be sure to keep an eye on the channel for new videos, because I'll be posting them on a regular basis. deathcowz out. Peace.